Hi, it's Eric Bjorn. How are you today? I'm an author. I've written 10 books. I'm working on my 11th. My 10th book was Uber Nights, which you can find on Amazon, or if you go to the Linktree link in my bio, you can follow it to Amazon and you can buy Uber Nights, which is the story of my 5 years of roller coaster ride-share driving in the deep South, Columbia, South Carolina. It's a pretty fun book. Anyways, I'm working on my 11th book, which is my struggle with long COVID and my desperate search for a cure the past year when I moved from South Carolina to New York City. So Bronx Nights is scheduled to come out this June. But again, you can buy any of my 10 books on Amazon. There you go. Or just follow the Linktree link in my bio. Or if you're watching this on TikTok, you can go straight to my TikTok shop and buy Uber Nights. Yahoo! Well, I'm going to read one of my favorite stories from Uber Nights today. It's a bit of a scary one. I hope you like creepy crawlies. Edoardo y la Araña. It's a 2-part story, and I'm going to start with the second part. Nature is often a force best feared. That seems like it should be a famous quote, possibly uttered by Robespierre or Ernest Shackleton. It should be a magnet on a fridge, the opening line of a reboot of Wild Kingdom. Actually, we can hear the birds and other nature in the background. Kind of fun here. Actually, I think it's kind of horseshit. If nature were best feared, we'd still be romping about half-naked in vacated bear caves. I think a far better phrase is, nature makes fools of us all. Can't find a source for that either. Dang it, someone call Bartlett's. Let us explore. I hate it when someone who lives in an apartment complex fails to give me the gate pass key in advance of my arrival. Often I pull up to a gate keypad, a queue of vehicles gathering behind me, and I repeatedly get a busy signal when calling the pending passenger. This rudeness pisses me off so much that whenever this happens and it's convenient for me to do so, I simply wait for the passenger to get near my car, then I drive off. I shout through the window, maybe next time you'll bother to text the pass key in advance. It's 1 a.m. I roll up to the gate of Hampton Green Apartments. No pass key. I begin to plan my next Irish car bomb exit, and I get a text. I'll walk down to the gate. Well, isn't that nice for a change? I pull to the side and wait. Eventually, Edoardo arrives. He's a biggish fellow with goodly rolls of fat. He's wearing a baggy sweatsuit and has quite the afro. Why this matters will soon be apparent. Edoardo passes through a pedestrian door in the gate. About 3 feet later, his body begins convulsing. I can't tell whether he's having an epileptic seizure or if this is an interpretive dance of a kangaroo doing the twist. Honestly, I've never seen anyone doing whatever it is Edoardo is doing. But I have to give him credit for earnestness. I'm either going to call 911 or give him a standing ovation. The show stops, or nearly so. He waves his arms a few times as if he were a televangelist winding down at the end of an exorcism. Finally, Edoardo makes it back to the back seat of the Maroon Rocinante, which of course is the name of my Kia Sorento. You okay, I ask? In the mirror, I spy Edoardo's head shaking. Oh my God, spider web. It was a huge spider web. Everything makes sense now. I exhale. We've all been there. This is South Carolina. Ever seen a banana spider? You should look it up. Edoardo needs to vent. I fucking hate spiders. Why I choose this moment to be Steve Irwin, I have no idea. Actually, spiders are really good. We shouldn't be afraid of them. They eat all sorts of nasty I hit the brakes. My vehicle has been invaded by the demon Shalab from The Lord of the Rings. In my rearview mirror, I spy a gigantic spider on Edoardo's shoulder. I must choose my words carefully. I do not want to incite panic. Edoardo catches my eye in the mirror. What is it? I aim for nonchalance. Well, the thing is, the golden orb weaver spider is really big, almost tarantula size, but it's almost entirely harmless. I mean, the bite hurts, but it's not really venomous. Edoardo is not fooled. Wait, just how big? It's on me, isn't it? I'm not really sure my Kia's interior can survive an Edoardo interpretive dance. I put the car in park. My personal recommendation is that you slowly exit the... Edoardo's So You Think You Can Dance audition begins again. He combs through his afro. It's in my hair! He flaps every section of his baggy sweatsuit. Oh my God, it's in my shirt! It's in my pants! The small queue of cars at the gate is at a standstill. Edoardo is outside my vehicle, bouncing about like a doped-up hopscotcher. Doubtless, calls are being placed to apartment security and the police. Edoardo slows down out of breath. There, I think I got it. I turn on all the vehicle interior lights and switch on my phone flashlight. Let's be sure. Edoardo and I searched the car. There is no sign of the apocalyptic arachnid. We are convinced it is safe to take Edoardo home. On the way, we have a good laugh. I drop off Edoardo. My phone pings. Next fare, I put the car in gear and head out. Several minutes later, I feel something crawling up my bare calf. I feel 8 eyes staring up at me in the darkness. Don't worry, I'm almost entirely harmless. And that was Edoardo y la Araña from my book, Uber Nights. Again, you can find Uber Nights on Amazon or my TikTok shop, or just follow the Linktree link in my bio and head over to Amazon. And again, I'm working on my new book, Bronx Nights, and I've done some excerpts of that on most of my social media channels and my website, vikingword.com. I'll see you soon. Thanks.